Good morning, everyone. So today we will be doing something a bit different. I will be trading basically live in this video, and I will be talking through my process. If you guys like this, please leave a like below and let me know that you like this and you want to see more of this. Let's see what we can do today. Now, I trade a bit differently than maybe some guys online. I don't trade to 1 minute at the moment. I do take my entries on the 5 minutes, but for my confirmations, I really look at the 30 minutes, the Asian range. So sometimes it can take a while for entries. Now what I will do is I will keep it rolling, I'll keep it recording as long as possible. And if I need to cut to a later moment in the day, for example, then we will do that. So today, what I'm looking at is basically Euro USD. It is, by the way, Monday the 5th of May. Euro USD took out this previous high, and we had a sell-off from there. Now some guys in the group, some students were able to, capture this. Very nice move. But me, for example, I'm waiting for to take this out once again, or to seek Asian lows. Use JPY, the same thing right here, and it's now moving higher. As the DJPY did the same thing. So basically every pair took out the previous Asian high around 7:30 my time. You can see the current time right here, by the way, right underneath my face cam. So I'm gone now. There we go. It's a little bit better. Euro JPY is something that I am looking at the moment. I think it looks pretty interesting. 30 minutes did below. We had a very bullish engulfing right here. We came back basically in this consolidation phase right now. But I think if we can break out of this, we might be able to take this to the upside. And why do I think this? I think this because I truly think that JPY could fall a little bit. So basically price made a bullish move right here. Came down lower, came down higher, but it failed to break the previous high. And for me, this is something pretty important, where I always be looking at is that, okay, if it fails to break that high and it starts to consolidate right here, I expect it to seek more liquidity so that it will be able to break that high. So I think that is what might be happening right here. And for that reasoning, I want to be longing against the yen. Euro is in a bit of a consolidation phase as well, but same thing here, we failed to break the previous low and it looks like we can create a new high. So that is what we will be looking for. Now on Euro USD, price wicked into this area right here with NFP last week. We moved lower, we moved higher into this 1 hour for value gap. That is where we took out that previous created high during Asia, and now we're moving lower a little bit. Now the Asian low is all the way down here for me, so that will take a while until we take that one out. So like I said, personally looking at the Euro JPY, but I do want to see it shift momentum, of course, because now it is selling off a little bit. So yeah, that's what we will be waiting for. That's also part of trading. Waiting is part of the game. And let's see what it's going to do. Maybe there are some other pairs that I can be looking at. I also don't want to force it. I don't want to now look for a trade because I'm recording this. Use the CHF. And by the way, I hope that this is already pretty insightful how I'm analyzing the markets, by the way. USD did below the previous low, now moving up higher. I think it is important to also understand the narrative on dollar. We do have FOMC on Wednesday. Now if they don't cut rates, we'll probably see USD going higher. If they do cut rates, then I believe we can see a weaker USD on the end of the week. Now how can we trade this leading up to there? It is expected not to be cutting rates, so it's probably expected to just continue up higher. That is also the narrative that you should have in your head. Now, obviously, there will be liquidity grabs, there will be some engineered stuff. So there's always something that you have to remind yourself of. Now, 1 hour for value gap right here. And it's red. It's pretty clear for you to see, but I do like my darker colors. Price is moving away from there after taking out that previous low that got into there, so it's amazing, right? It's very good. Price moving away in a one go basically from there right now. It is creating a new fair value gap, so it is looking pretty good. It is looking pretty good. But for me, I missed the move, right? So for example, I'm not gonna get into Euro USD right here because it was not, yeah, it would not be worth it for me. It's not in my plan. So I'm just gonna let that one be. So let's just wait, and then we will see what price will do. All right, this one is looking pretty bullish. To cut this low, shooting pretty aggressively out of there. Now, what I do want to see, and it's maybe a little tip for you guys, I do want to see a fair value gap being formed. Not particularly that I want to enter from there, but it will show me that there is displacement in the market. Now, if one will form a fair value gap, we'll probably close above here. Pretty good. That would be pretty good. And so the USD dipped below these lows 3 times now. It's also interesting to see. Here is a bit of a consolidation phase right here. GBP JPY. This one, to be honest with you, might look even better. So I did take out the body candle liquidity right here. As you can see, it's consolidating, it's moving up higher. We did not take out Asian lows. And it's not something that I really pay attention to on yen pairs, to be honest. More on the Euro USD. But it is looking very nice. I believe we have PMI as well later today. Let me check real quick. Yeah. So, we have CHF CPI we just had, and we have ISM service PMI at 4 p.m. So that's something we'll probably be anticipating on, what that's going to be doing. This one looks very nice. And even though it has not created a fair value gap yet, I will probably enter it. A lot of room to the upside. I think we can take out this high before dropping maybe a bit lower. Yeah, it does make sense in my head. So let's see. Let's see position. Let's take a 15 pip stop loss. Let's see what this is for my lot size. Now I am waiting a little bit because I'm like, okay, what if it is going to close this gap completely? Then I'm probably gonna be looking foolish. Because I don't want JPY to do something silly and just move around completely, you know what I mean? Because this is something that USJPY does, or USJPY, that yen does. It moves around completely, making you look silly. By the way, I execute on my phone. It is something that I still want to change. Not really because I want to enter on PC. I couldn't care less about that, but I just don't want my phone around when I'm working. It's probably the main reason. Yeah, it completely closes this Verwetti gap as good as. So I don't know how I feel about that. I'll probably put a stop order here. If it now moves up, I'm feeling pretty strong about this still. But I also want to see it take out liquidity first, to be honest with you. Because if it could take out liquidity and then move, that would be pretty nice. That would be pretty nice. So our little issue right here is yen. Yen might not be ready to drop. Ooh, what is USD doing, by the way? Is USD telling us it's gonna drop? Because if I look at these candles, it does. It does tell us it's gonna drop. And it does tell us that it's gonna seek Asian highs on Euro USD. Now if Euro is gonna move higher, we also might be able to take a Euro JPY trade. You would think, oh, why don't you take Euro long? Because I want to see Asian lows taken out first before I do that on Euro USD. That's a bit of a rule that I made for myself. GU, right? GU is also an interesting one. So GU, we took out those Asian highs again. Created a new one. Because for me, Asian highs, they run until 8 AM, right? So all the way up to Frankfurt open. For me, 8 AM is Frankfurt open, 9 AM is London open. So for me, they run up to there. So for me, there is still an Asian high right here that is being, that is made at this moment because it is 7:30. These Asian lows, right? So it is in between there, and it is a Monday. Mondays are most of the time accumulation days. Nothing really that spectacular going on. So it is very important that you're not going to be burning your money, right? See, same thing with this one. A lot of people probably have entered right here. Oh wow, it is shooting up, it is exploding. No, right? Wait until what this one is doing. And I said, I'm probably not gonna be waiting for this Verwetti gap to be made, but I am waiting for the next candle to be formed. That's always a thing. Plus, maybe it was a bit lucky there that it did not pull the trigger too prematurely. Let's be honest. For what we can see on Euro GPY, or on Euro GBP, sorry, we can see overall at the last week, especially last Friday, Euro is a bit stronger than pound, but again, we're failing to break the previous high. So can we see this turn around? Perhaps. Then if we're looking at longs, GBJPY would be the best option here. That's a GGPY. Look what this one did. It did take out Asian highs. And it moved away completely from there. Creating a 5-minute Verwetti gap in the process. I missed this one. There's also a thing, I want to see it create a 5-minute Verwetti gap if it is creating or taking out a high. Because otherwise it shows that there's not enough displacement and it's a fake out. But now, moving down pretty nicely. So 5-minute Verwetti gap, would have entered on the third one, stops above here. Yeah, it would be around 1.3 in profit now, but I would target these. What's this? This GU moving up. Right here is moving down. Oh man, I push below these lows and then a spike up. That would be an ideal scenario, I tell you. Man, look at Bitcoin, by the way. Is it 94.5k again? That's the thing when you don't actively trade Bitcoin, you have no idea where the price is on. Yeah, I have it on here because I like to look at it, but same thing with NAS. It's almost at 20k again. Also nice. There's still something that I want to get into, and I think I will get into it for the next few weeks, maybe, perhaps. Futures, right? I'll be looking at the mini probably. At the S&P E-minis, at the NES 100 E-minis, and probably also US 30. So YM, ES, and NQ. Those are the three that I've seen online that's been traded the most, it's been liked the most. And they are very, very similar, but again, maybe we can find some divergence there and see which one is the better one to trade for the day. But yeah, it is something that I want to try out, probably during this month. And I think we'll only trade New York doing that. Then on London I focus on my forex pairs, New York I focus on my futures. So, like I said, that's probably something that we're expecting to be happening. I will not be entering this trade, but we will see. And we will also see what happens when we're up here. Because then I might enter this one. Okay, so still GJ is the one on the watch list that is looking the most promising. What was where's your JPY? Your JPY is right here. Because this one is also interesting, right? We do not have to forget, because at this moment we're taking out the Asian lows, right? We did not take out the wick, but we did take out the candle bodies, and that is something that is a lot more important to me than taking out the wicks, because this is where the real liquidity is at. Now, the wicks can also be important if it is not really reacting on the bodies, because then could be a confluence that there is some more liquidity down there. Now, I'm putting an alert on here so that it notifies us, okay, price did below, so that we can then watch and see, is it going to create a 500 value gap the other way around. Let's do the same thing for GJ. GJ did also take out the candle bodies already. I will also put one on the wicks. So GJ is the one that we're looking at, and here JPY. So now I basically want to see 500 value gap being formed, then I will enter. And these are some things that I put into my trading because I needed it, right? I needed more structure because I came out of a pretty big losing streak, so to say. And then you're going to be starting to doubt your strategy, even though it has worked for years on years on years. So yeah, then you start to doubt yourself, right? Because then you think it doesn't work anymore. And I do this because every strategy always works, in my opinion. But this is just how you execute it, right? It's very important. Okay, this one is pretty nice. It is filling up that previous bearish candle completely, and it is creating a very good spike for us. So this could be the one that is going to be creating that 5-minute value gap. So let's see what this one is about to do. Here GBP moving lower. So yeah, GJ is actually the best option for us to trade, I think, because as you can see, GJ is a bit of exploding, right? Your GPY is still lagging right here. So yeah. Yen is moving pretty nicely. Yen is moving very nicely, actually. I want to see yen move, yeah, a lot lower. But as you can see right now, market structure wise, yes, we're consolidating, but look at what we're doing actually. We are creating lower highs and lower lows. So or GJ position. One minute until close. And then we'll be entering probably after the next candle. I hope you guys like these kind of videos, by the way, where I'm just talking through my process, talking through what I'm thinking. You can see my reactions, my emotions live. I will probably do this quite often. Let's see how the response is, obviously. Let's see how you guys like it. Let's see how I stay on liking it, so to say. And then we might be able to do this more often. So make sure to leave a like if you want to see this more often, so that I know. And it also shows YouTube that you guys like this. I think that's also an important metric that's used right here. Like I said, sometimes these trades can take a while, so I will cut around a little bit. Let's say, for example, we're getting tapped in and maybe TP gets hit at 2 PM or something like that. I'm not going to be uploading a video of 6 hours. I also won't be sitting at the chart staring at it for 6 hours. But I will just cut to moments where I take a decision. So, for example, I decide to scale in or scale out or close the position, or it is take profit, right? Things like that. So you still have every decision making in the video. Gold, also pretty interesting. I think it will be able to move up from here. To be honest with you, I don't see a good entry at the moment. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for the surveillor to be formed, and if it does, then I will be entering on the next candle. And this one needs to be displacement or displacing enough to begin with to even form a favori gap. In 2 minutes, the 30-minute is going to be closing. This one is trading against us, so maybe yen is. Oh yeah, yen was dropping, right? Why did I draw this until these lows? Yeah. Who knows, right? Who knows? But for now, it is creating pretty nice structure. So if yen drops, which we are expecting to do, probably see it create a new high. Euro JPY is retracing completely. GJ is not. So GJ is definitely my number one pick at the moment. That I will be looking out for. I'll probably do this by creating a stop order maybe above these highs. Then again, it's gonna be hitting that maybe in this candle already. There it goes. Well, 1 minute is exploding actually. Okay, I'll be waiting until this candle is closed. Then I'll probably be entering the position. If we're getting that favori gap. So I need to wait another candle actually. This is me actually sitting on the urge of entering. So you're seeing that live. But I have to wait. I have to wait. Because this could also be a grab for it to move lower. And I can't get burned on something like that. Alright, now it is moving away from there. Even if it closes above here, let's say for example, it is gonna be my trade. I have a lot of room, so we can have a bit of a worse entry here. It's fine. So use dropping a little bit, which is expected from moving up this high, and like I said, it is showing signs that it wants to drop. Created a low, created a new high, potentially be moving lower from there. Could also be that we're going higher and seek liquidity, but then I'm really confused what it did right here. Was not needed, so to say. EJ is moving lower, while GJ is still holding stand. And it is leaving that fair value gap, as you see, right? So this is gonna be the play if it stays like this. Yen. Alright, yen is on the verge of dropping below these lows. Which is good. It's also creating a 5-minute fair value gap there. It's very good. So GJ, be my guest and then be my trade for the day. I almost entered on UJ as I see right now. Alright, but still, right? We have to complete this fair value gap task. I keep saying it because I say it to myself. Manual stop loss, I want to be underneath these lows. So if it goes above, we have to recalculate the lot size. Amazing. Only issue here, this high. Goes above, this also liquidity was seeking and drops below. But it shouldn't, in theory, it shouldn't. Because I don't think it holds real liquidity. We're at 1 minute left. Now I have to focus a little bit. That's why I'm not speaking that much. Okay, I'm entering the trade. Right now. Okay, we're in the position. Let me fix this. It's 15 pips. So we got tapped in, even though we ended on 75. But that's the spread game, right? Stop level is on 15 pips, so that's gonna be down here. And this is what then I have to use on my MetaTrader. 625. Now, okay, we have done the stop loss, we've done the entry, so we can chill a little bit. And we have to do a couple of things. First of all, we have to figure out, okay, what is going to be the overall target for us today. For me, to be honest with you, it's going to be this high. It's going to be my ultimate target. But while we're on that way, there might be some difficulties on the road, right? First one, probably going to be this high. So at this high, I will be taking off half my position, purely because this will give me difficulties. It's the Asian high. Yeah, this is going to be the Asian high technically, but this is very, very strong high at this place. So we'll take off half at this place, and then I will take off full position all the way up here. So what I will do is I will put an alert right here, and I will put an alert right here. Yeah, second one doesn't need it really, but the first one surely does. Then we put our take profit there. It's at 192.582. All right. And now we wait. We wait until price is moving. So what I mentioned as well earlier is that I cannot be sitting here for the next 6 hours. I'm trading bigger positions. I'm not on the 1 minute or on the seconds. So I'm really waiting for these positions to hit take profit or stop loss. And basically what I will do is I will update you in between. If it's stop loss, if it's take profit, if I'm doing anything in between, I'll show you. So on to the next cut. All right, small update. I don't know if you can see me, by the way, because the lights are off. Normally film the other way, as you see. Of course, you have seen in the other videos. But Euro JPY, I've entered on GJ, right? Euro JPY is moving lower, taking out Asian lows. And GB JPY, it is still stable, but it is also dipping a bit lower. That being said, it's looking very interesting, right? Very interesting. What I want to see is that it's going to spike below, react, and move higher. Now yen, it's not really moving higher that much. It's just still in that consolidation phase. I hope it is able to take something out and then move. And of course not take me out. So that's something we have to wait for. GJ is dropping a little bit. Let's see what it is going to do and if we can survive. Man, this drops pretty nicely. On Euro as well. On Euro it keeps on dropping as well. Same thing on GJ. So we might not have to wait that long. Because it drops pretty aggressively. That's what I told you. This high, bro. This high is something dangerous. And as you can see, it has proven himself to be dangerous. Very nice drop below. Very nice drop below. Now we have to see a spike if we want to be looking for longs today. Or we have to see the next 30-minute close bullish. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult to be looking for longs today for me. And then I would rather stay out, as we're probably have been taking a loss at the moment on GJ anyway then. Nine minutes until the hourly closes. And also 9 minutes until the next 30-minute closes. So let's see. That will do. We are creating that spike at the moment. So that would be a good sign. In 3 minutes, 2 minutes 30, this 5-minute closes. This will probably determine a lot of the direction of our trade. Now, if it's, right now it is in the middle of the candle, so it's normal that it moves up higher. It usually does that, right? Because in a candle, you also have the power of 3. So that's totally fine. Like I said, moved up higher, but it is still moving lower at the moment, as you have the power of 3 in a candle. And that's why you don't enter too early. That's why you don't exit too early, or whatever it is, because a candle is only closed when it's closed. Now this one is not looking that bad after all. The NZD JPY trade. Took out Asian highs. Could be looking for Asian lows. It's not looking that freaky after all. Yeah, GJ is probably going for the stop loss. It's an L for the day, but that is no problem at all. It is a Monday. Mondays are usually not my best days, but tomorrow we will come back stronger and see what we can do then. Of course, we're still in the game, but it will not take that long until we're out. Only 3 pips away from as well. So let's see. Wow, now is Euro taking the upper end. As you can see, Euro JPY is spiking. GJ is not. I want to look if we're still in the trade, because sometimes we could get spiked. We are. It's like this very close territory, right? And I'm always like, okay, what if? What if? Yeah, so we definitely have to wait for the 30-minute to close. Because it is a Monday, we'll probably not re-enter. I will just let it be what it is. And tomorrow, and we come back tomorrow and see what we can do then. Now tomorrow, let's say something like this happens, then I might be looking for another trade. But at this moment, I'm probably just gonna let it be. What I do want to be looking at today still is if Euro takes out this high. Let's say this in this New York session, or approaching New York session, then I would like to enter that. I would like to enter that. Short on EU. Yeah, so yen is moving up higher. So it was really a trick, this this zone right here was really a bit of a trick to get early sellers in, which it did. I was one of them. And then it started moving up higher. So moving up higher to take out those early sellers, and probably afterwards we will see that drop. At least that's what I expected to do. Now we did take out bad body candles from here, but I think it will trade pretty aggressively above all of this before moving lower. They got everything. Again, let's go to the next cut. The next cut will probably be where I get stopped out in the next candle. But maybe it doesn't. So we will be here for a while. But I will see you in the next one. Okay, there we go. We got stopped out. Part of the game. Like I said, I want to do this more frequently. Let's see what we can do over this time together. We're gonna start out on the first one, but tomorrow will potentially have a better day. This is the one that I should actually have gone with. Took out the Asian highs right here, catapulted completely, and it's a very nice trade to take to the downside. Like I said, I'll maybe check in with you later. If not, I will see you in the next one. But The only reason I would check in with you later is if it takes out these highs and we see it moving lower from there. So this was it for today. I hope you liked this. If you did, please leave a like down below, and then I will probably see you in the next one. Bye guys. Okay, I'm already back, guys. Again, excuses that it's so dark out here. But I was looking around the charts one more time, and I saw this. DXY taking out these previous highs from London, moving into this OB, moving down from there very aggressively. Now, then I was looking at USD CAD. I saw that USD CAD failed to break this previous high, respecting it, creating at this moment for very good. On the 1 minute, it was moving down lower pretty aggressively already. So then I decided to enter. Where I decided to end this trade, look for continuation lower as DXY. I think we can move lower so that Euro as well could move through these highs. So this is something that I want to be looking at. Now GJ completely went through these lows right here. Yeah, maybe it starts turning around from there as well, as JPY is now moving above these highs here. So who knows? Let's see. Just wanted to update you guys on this trade. This is always the last one that I take. So yen is not going to be giving me a chance again, unless this one is on break even at the time that I can take that position. But for now, we're looking at this one. Nice 1 over 5 trades. Let's see what it's going to do.
Okay, so I went out for a little run. This is what USD CAD is now doing. Sorry, eating eating a banana. So I'm waiting for price to drop below this low. That's why I will take my first partial. Is there at 1 over 3? Normally this would have been at 1 over 5, but this is traded on a funded account, a 100k account. So the Alpha Capital Group, and they restricted me to 20 lots maximum. So this is 20 lots, but in order to had to set a 1 over 5, which I had. It was a 5 pip stop loss, and then I would have to risk 28 lots, something like that. So that's that. Unfortunately, that was not how we played this out. So it's just a 1 over 3 right here that we're gonna take profits on, and then I decided to let it run to these next lows for 1 over 6 now. With the original play, this would have been a 1 over 8.5. Very nice. But yeah, 1 over 6-ish. Let me see. We're now running at 2.5 RM profit. In a second, I will take out half the position. And the main reason I do this is that we're gonna pay for the loss that we took on Euro JPY, or the GBP JPY. This one right here. So we're gonna pay for this loss, and then basically everything above that is a profit. And that's how you do it, guys. That's how you protect the capital. This Euro trade, also amazing, right? Like we said, gonna move higher above Asian highs. Once it is above Asian highs, maybe we get freaky and we take another one, right? But let's see. Right now, just in this USD CAD position, I think we can run a little bit. This one right here, I will put the alert back on. Purely because if we take this one out and we haven't done USD CAD, we will have some divergence. And I don't like that when I'm in this position. So, by the way, if we take this out right here, half the position, we're already in profit for the day, because this will be 3K or 3R, and we would take out 1.5 R at that moment. We lost 1 R on Euro. So yeah, all good. All good. So yeah, what I want you to take out from this play is one major thing, and that is because I was not messing around with the GJ trades, and the EJ trade, by the way, because I just took one position, I was able to shoot another one when I saw the opportunity for it. And that is definitely something important to take in mind, that you have to protect capital. And if you do, you will be able to take more trades once they're presenting themselves. So that's definitely something important to remember. Now we will see maybe a bit of a retracement, very, very small, of this OB, but in theory, we failed to break this high on dollar, meaning we need more liquidity. Next liquidity is down here. Obvious liquidity is down here. I don't think these bullish points will hold any stand. So really keen to see price trading above the highs. This one below the lows. Now, if euro trades above these highs, dollar will be down underneath these ones. And let's say I am expecting a turning point right here. The price is going to come down from here. That will mean that dollar would have to react on this one, aka we're not going to be seeking these lows. So it is a bit of a debate right here. So what I'm going to do is that if price is reacting on this one, probably get out of my USD CAD position. Maybe I go into the euro position. But of course we need to see some strong reversal signs right here before we do that. And that will mean that this liquidity right here is the right one to go off, and this is going to give dollar what it needs to move up higher. If it doesn't, then this one is the next one, and the USD CAD trade is very valid. So it's a free position right here, no matter which way we're going, so to say. So that's pretty nice. I think, to be honest, if this candle closes bullish, I will take out half already. Just to be sure, to pay for the previous loss, to be up for the day, to be in profit for the day. And then I'll also call it a day, by the way. Like I said, I usually don't trade Mondays that often, but lately I've gotten into them again, as I understand the bigger picture a lot better. So I'm not trading every Monday, but yeah, some of them they were right. Alright, for now, again a bit of the power of 3 that we saw in the candle, going up higher, now moving lower. So that's totally fine. This candle could be the one to push us underneath that low. Or not, of course, or not. We will see. So this trade is taken on the 100k with a 1% risk. It's also copied on other positions or on other accounts, challenge accounts, and some other funded accounts. But I mainly trade on my 100k, and this has copied across the other accounts in the group. So that's how I like to do it. Purely because it is simple, right? I'm used to the 100k, and I'm used to what the risk is usually looking like lot size wise. Especially on Euro USD, so it's very quick for me to put in positions. That's why I like to do it that way. Put on a trade copier and call it a day, basically. But yeah, this way you can just keep on trading with normal psychology, normal risk, what you're used to, but make a ton of money. Definitely make a ton of money. There we go, we have a nice push. Close the candle. Around 45 seconds left. It's super close, like 1 pip, and normally I would have closed it already, but I'll probably just close it after the candle. I don't like to to be very greedy on these positions. Just close when it is this. Yeah, now it is at 3R, so I will close half the position. Bam. Nice, very nice. So this made back the loss plus a 0.5% in profit. Now basically what I'm going to do is I will let it run, as it is running pretty nicely. The only thing is I want to pay attention to what dollar is going to do. That's definitely something important, but I will just keep this one running. And that is something that I've been learning over the past few years, is that Don't cut these trades too short, even though this is a very good place to get out of the trade, by the way. But if there is potential for a bigger position, this can pay for so much future trades. Just let it run. So this one paid me. That's a very good start of this series, a very good start of the month, and also a very good start of this week. So yeah, actually we had already a good start to the month. It was a 3R position that I took on the 1st of May. But this one, yeah, this one is also pretty nice to continue off of that. To be honest with you, I'm debating to go out completely or to let it run. But like I said, I think we will have it in us to go further down. If not, we can go in the 0 position that we have right here. Now, what I do want to do is I want to put my stops on break even, but probably also put a little bit on profit. And that is what I now have to see, where can we put this one without being too much in danger. Because we already made money, right? We already made money, and what I want to do is I probably want to put it at 0.5% on profit, something like that, so that we just made 1% on the day, 2% on the position. If it goes to stop loss, right? And then we can have a free trade on euro if we want, or we just leave it at that for the day and then come back tomorrow. So probably we will put it right here. Our stop loss, it's around what? Yeah, 0.8 and profit. It will pay us pretty good. So that is what I will do. I will put it at that high right there. Modify the position, stop loss at 8061. All right, we're gonna make this one red so that it is for us obvious. Okay, this is where we're going to get out. Or original TP is right here. So let's also put another one right here and make this one green so that we know, all right, full TP has been hit. And then what I want to do is I want to take off another part somewhere, probably around these lows down here. Then I'm going to take out the other half the position that we have. Oh yeah, we have a half position running right now, but then half of that I'm going to take out and then let the rest run to through these lows. Again, I'm purely doing this because I've been burned in April with long trades like this where I was running up 8-9%. And it completely reversed on me. So that's definitely something I had to learn, and I cannot play around with money like that. If I'm not in major profits or sitting in major profits. So we have to be smart and we have to scale out correctly. So this is gonna be another alert that we're having. This is gonna be second TP. Come on. Like a Bluetooth keyboard, and sometimes it takes a while for it to go on. Second TP. We need an alert on this one. Alert. Let's go. Alright, this final TP. And then this is right. This is it. We're just gonna let this one go. Just see where it goes. Just see what it provides to us. I do want to put, I have this alert on dollar. So that's good. Alright, that's perfect actually. Euro USD, I have an alert on these highs. That's also amazing. Yeah, I couldn't have wished for a better start, to be honest. I've showed you a very good trade, not only because it was a win, but I think I managed it very correctly. So I hope you learn a thing or two from this one. Within the next session, I will make sure my face is lit up a little bit more. But I just wanted to live trade and show you guys this one. I didn't really have the time to set everything up correctly, as I'm just trading, right? I'm trading for a living, and content creation is second to that. So now it also created a bullish candle, so we would have gone out anyway at this point. So very good that we did at literally the bottom of that candle. We got out at 904. Yeah, literally the bottom of the candle. Look, if you see at the top, the low of this candle is 903. We got out at 904. Yeah, very nice. Even though we are anticipating for it to go lower, but I like those things, right? I like those things. So I will get back to you at the end of the day, showing you if it hit second TP, final TP, or we went back to stop loss. Unless I maybe take another trade, maybe that euro position that we were waiting for. If that's not going to happen, then we will see each other at the final TP or stop loss. Anyway, we made money on the day, so that's a very good thing. See you in the next one. Alright, so we just had some lunch, we're in the afternoon, and euro took out that Asian high that we were looking for this morning. Now, what did we do? We went into the position. We went into the position, and on USD CAD, we went out of it. So I told you guys I was gonna get out of this red line. I went out right here. I was waiting for it to see which direction are we going to take this, which direction is dollar going to go. But I think we could see some reaction from here, trading up higher actually. So we took it out right there. We secured 2R on the position in total, meaning we're up 1% for the day, minus the loss then that we had in the morning. So we're up 1% for the day. So this next Euro USD trade is going to be completely free. Now, what am I targeting? I'm targeting the Asian lows that we have down here, with probably first target being here, second target being here, and then final target being those Asian lows. Let's see what it's going to give. Let's see what it's going to give. Again, it's going to be a long position, so I'll probably just check in with you guys a bit later, as otherwise we have to wait for it a pretty long time, probably. Alright, so we're in the evening. I promised that I would update. Basically, that first trade that we took right here was a loss. Price dipped below, but for some reason it dipped above right before news. So that reason was probably manipulation up on the news event. Then we had the news event kick in right here. As you can see, the 16 or the 4 p.m. candle, better said, dipped quite a bit lower, and then I knew this is it, this is it, right? This is the opportunity that we will be waiting for the day. So I entered right here, 12 pip stop loss. I had 50 pip target, but I got out right here. Let me check where I got out exactly, because I saw price again making those bullish candles, and I knew, okay, we're probably going to be trading against me or consolidating. So I got out at 13039. 13039 is somewhere around here, this candle right here. So this is how we got out, and basically where I called it a day. 039, bam, right here. Amazing trades, and I think a good start of our live trading videos, right? We made, let me see, we made in total 3.3 R today. We could have made a lot more. I think this USD CAD was a certified banger trade, but we took this one out and we turned around, which is completely fine. We took half the position off right there. Originally this was going to be a full TP right here. Then I started to think maybe we can drop lower. Maybe there was greed kicking in, talking to myself, or basically justifying why I should shoot this one lower. But anyway, 1.5 hour position right here, pretty nice. We had that first trade on GJ, that was a loss, fair enough. And then we had one loss on Euro USD as well. The first one right here, and then the second one was a major winner. So minus 2R, plus 5.3R, positive 3.3R for the day, and that is pretty nice. I'm content with that, especially for a Monday. And let's go to the next session. I got confused by TradingView. Let's go to the next day and see if we see some positions. I'm not gonna be doing this daily. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. But if I don't forget to record, then I probably upload it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new to see more of this, and then I will see you in the next one. Bye bye, guys.